What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm back here again with another video, with a highly requested video at the basic steps of applying makeup, from moisturizers, primers, foundations, to contouring, to powdering and highlighting and all that stuff. So we will be mainly concentrating on the face, nothing on the eyes or nothing special, but mainly on the face, because I have some people out there who still needs help on how to apply makeup. So I'll be giving up my techniques on how I apply makeup. There are no rules in makeup. You can just do whatever you want as long as you feel beautiful and flawless. If you're a beginner and you want to know what are certain products used for your makeup, then please keep on watching. Okay, so first off, we are going to start by moisturizing your face. How important it is before your primer, foundation, and all the other stuff you're gonna put on your face. Whether you're dry skinned or having oily skin or a combination skin, because I'm both right now, you really need to moisturize your face because, okay, during the summer your skin tends to get oily. Sometimes for some people it gets very dry. Like for me, it gets super dry, and my skin looks super ugly without a moisturizer. Like when I get dry, I get really dry. Some of the moisturizers that I use and I would recommend to my dry skinned people is the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. It's like my holy grail and it's quite popular, but I'm not using it because it's popular, but it's really good for my skin. Like the water just stays on your face, especially if you're not drinking enough water for your skin tends to get super flaky. Not kidding. And the other cream I love is the Cetaphil. Amazing for dry skin. It's I think much cheaper than the Kiehl's. I mean, of course, this is gonna be the best alternative for this one. Even if your skin is very oily, you still can use this. It doesn't make you look like super wet or something. Okay, it is very moisturizing, I'm not gonna lie, but it really like keeps your oil in place and doesn't go too crazy under the makeup, I swear. Next important step is never forget your sunblock. It is a must. Like, oh my god, it is. I don't know how important I should tell you this thing is. When I started using sunblock, I used to get these wrinkles from my dry skin. When I started using it, it just boom, vanished. No kidding. You need to have a perfect base for your skin if you really want to have like a really good canvas for your like makeup. The first step is moisturizer and then your sunblock. I mean, obviously you can use any sunblock you want, but I prefer the L'Oreal because it has SPF 50 plus. Yes, and it's transparent. So some people don't like to use sunblock because it could be heavy. Some people think, oh, it's tinted, it's not gonna look good on my face. No, you need it, girl, trust me, or guy, you need it. Since I'm sitting with a plain face, no makeup on, I'm gonna, start demonstrating it for you better. Usually, I wouldn't really slather it much on my face, but when I'm gonna use heavy makeup, I do it. But it's a must. Then I'm gonna take the sunscreen. Okay, primers. So people often get confused, like, why do we need primers, or why don't we need primers? Do I need primers for this type of skin? Do I need primers for that type of skin? I mean, everyone's skin's different, oily, dry, combination. Like I said, some people have acne prone skin. Sometimes some primers can affect, people who have acne, and I feel you, girl. I hope whoever is suffering from acne recovers from it really soon. The reason why you need primer, it first smoothes out your skin perfectly. Second thing, your makeup is not gonna move out from your face, like, I mean it. So primers helps the makeup to stick onto your face for like long hours, and it also covers your pores perfectly or seamlessly. Well, not all primers do, but some of them do the work, I swear. So there are some primers that I actually recommend. It's the first one, of course, the Versali Elixir Unicorn Essence Elixir, I think. I mean, I'm sure you guys know how good this thing is. And then, of course, the Smashbox Primer. Okay, so people are usually asking, why do I need to spray my face with like water? Well, it's not really water, it's actually primer. Does it smell good? I don't know. Let's try. It smells like baby's butt. I'm not kidding. I mean, I use this, not much, but yeah. It smells like baby's butt, which is good. I'm not really reviewing, I'm just telling you what I use. This primer, water primer. What it does, once you spray over, like this, sounds weird, you feel like a princess. Second thing, like I said, your makeup stays on your face. Third, it's very, very hydrating. Sometimes you don't need to use makeup, you can just use spray primer all over your face. I mean, magically the makeup's not gonna come on your face, but it controls the oil on your face, especially on your T-zone. It's also really, really good to spray the Smashbox primer water after your makeup because, for example, if your makeup is too cakey or like, yeah, cakey is the right word, it like touches it down a bit more. Like if it's too powdery, it makes it look more dewy, like, you know, it takes the powder away. I mean, it doesn't take your makeup away, of course. I mean, it's a primer. Oh, who texted me? Okay, never mind. Yeah, it doesn't take your makeup away, but it makes you look amazing. I swear, guys, this is my honest opinion. And then this primer over here, this is a little bit high end. It's Yves Saint Laurent Top Secrets primer. Well, it's more like a moisturizing glow. Guys, I swear by this, it's amazing. If you have this, you don't need any other primers. Really, I swear. I mean, okay, it's really good for dry skin and oily skin. Those people who have oily skin, sometimes they think that, oh, we don't need moisturizer, it's just gonna make our face or our skin more dewy or more oily. No, girl, you are wrong right there. Like, seriously, you are wrong. You need to moisturize your face in order to control the oil on your skin. So you can use this as your makeup base or just a normal moisturizer. It's amazing, I swear. And finally, this one over here, this guy right here, Nivea Men Aftershave Balm. We girls call it as our holy grail primer. If you guys know Nikki Tutorials, I mean, of course, you girls know who Nikki Tutorials is. She recommended this primer. Well, I mean, this aftershave. Guys, I swear, if you're going to a wedding, if you're going to party, concert, anything, use this guy right here. Your makeup is gonna stick onto your face like a slug. I am not kidding. Like, I mean, of course, I go to weddings. I always use this thing. The only downside of this is that it does not cover your pores. It gives a good, like, amazing sticky base so that you can stick all your makeup, put on your makeup, and it sticks nicely and it stays throughout the night. I am not kidding, like throughout the night. So if you're on a budget, like literally on a budget, buy this guy. It's amazing. So I'm gonna prime my face right now. So as a demonstration, of course, I'm gonna use the Versali as my primer. 2 drops. This is how the YouTubers or the beauty guru does this. And then they cry. It's a stupid trend, but it's okay as long as it does the work. So you need to have this base in order to let your makeup stick well onto your face. Okay, now next is for your eye care. In case you guys don't know this, you need to use an eye cream. It's a must. The reason why you need to use an eye cream before any makeup or even as a skincare routine is because, first of all, your skin over here under your eye is very delicate, very thin, and that's why, like, if we don't sleep much or when we get tired or whatever, we tend to have eye bags. I mean, of course, it's a fact. So in order to avoid that, you need to use an eye cream. And the one which has SPF, of course. The one I use is the one from MAC. It's the Vibrancy eye cream, but of course you can use any other good eye cream like the one from Kiehl's or any good skincare brand. Just try not to buy a cheap one because you don't know what type of chemicals they use. Usually after I do my makeup base, I use the eye cream. I mean, you don't need so much of it, like just this much, I don't know if you all can see. And then just dab it around your eye bag, under eye, whatever you want to call it. Just call it eye bag. And then on top as well. Oh, I had eyeshadow on top, it's okay. And then you just tap it. The eye creams also helps to brighten your under eye as a treatment, so that's why it's very important that you use these eye creams. Moving on to foundations. So I usually get questions, what type of foundations suits my face? What brands or what kind of texture of the foundation would suit my skin? First of all, you should know that every brand, whether it be drugstore or high-end, have like variety of foundations that can be suitable for your skin and may not be suitable for your skin, of course, because like for example high-end products like YSL, Gucci, Givenchy or Marc Jacobs, you know, like these brands, they do have really good foundations, but they do not have like a wide range of colors. They might have for much fairer women and they might not have for women of color, so it varies, you know what I'm saying? So if you have a dry skin, you need a foundation that's not gonna, you know, dry matte completely. It's gonna be too flaky on your skin. You need a foundation that's gonna be very dewy and hydrating. As for the oily skin, you need a matte foundation, because if you're oily, even after all the makeup base and then you just use a dewy foundation or a dewy BB cream, you're really gonna look very oily. Okay, so if you've got scars like me or any pigmentation, there's always a way to correct it. Sometimes some foundations cannot completely cover it. So there's other ways to do it, which is first to color correct your scars. For scars or red spots, usually it is said to use a green color corrector. So I'm gonna take my Morphe palette over here and some color correcting colors. So I'll be taking the green one here and the orange. The orange one, you guys saw in my previous videos that I used under my eyes just to cover the dark circles, the dark areas. It helps a lot, especially if you have dark spots over here or under your eye, on your forehead. It happens, so that's why I use the orange corrector. For the green one, I'm gonna show you how I use it. I'm gonna take it on the brush and then you're just gonna apply it where all the redness are. You really do not need so much of it, because a little bit goes a long way. That's what they say. If guys are watching this, they'll be like, is that how girls really do their makeup? All these masks, all these stuff. Well, boy, yeah, and we're so not sorry. So y'all can see that I have so much redness here and there, but it's okay. Gosh, can you move away? Now we're gonna move to the under eye. For those who don't wear makeup so much, you can skip this step, but if you really want to learn how to, like, you know, hide your scars or under eye, you could do this and then just cover it up with concealer and foundation, and then you're good to go. It's not that hard, I swear. So for foundation, there are different ways I wear them or I blend them. You could use this brush over here. It's an oval brush. It looks like the Artiste brush, but it's not the Artiste brush, because it's too expensive. And then there's the buffing brush. I love using the buffing brush because, especially when you have scars, it covers your scars nicely whenever you buff in the foundation. And then there's the beauty blender. You guys saw how I used the beauty blender. It also gives a really good coverage. But for today, I'll be using the brush and show you how I actually do it and cover my scars. So the trick is, if you really want a really good coverage, really good color for your foundation onto your skin, just mix different foundations. I usually mix two foundations. Sometimes I use a concealer with it, and then it really covers everything and it gives you like a seamless finish. So this is how I usually do it. I just like dot all over my face or the places that I need to cover first. And then I take the extra from here and then I start buffing it in. You guys can like see that the scars are being vanished. This is my favorite way to like wear my foundation. I think it's also a correct way to wear it, because there are some people I see, they just, you know, swipe it up and down. I don't know if that's the sweep, yeah. Swipe the foundation, and then it just doesn't give you full coverage. It gives you like very less to medium coverage. But if you're a full coverage person like me, use this technique. So all I did is just to buff in. Don't put a lot of pressure, just, you know, very lightly. I'm going very light-handed, and then you just keep on adding your foundation wherever you like. I mean, all over your face. If you feel like it's too thick for you or it's too much, just blend it out with a damp beauty blender or a damp sponge. It's gonna take the excess of the foundation from your skin. For my neck, I usually just sweep it downward. Okay, so my camera died in between and I was using concealer and the camera couldn't catch that. So anyway, I was using the Age Rewind concealer by Maybelline. You can use any concealer, but this concealer is really good too, and it's really cheap. As you all can see, it actually really covers really well because I use the orange corrector. If you have really dark circles, just use orange corrector or slightly red color corrector for those who have very deep dark circles, or else if you don't need to do that step. And now to highlight and contour. So highlighting and contouring is actually the hardest part in the makeup game. Like, people need to know that the contouring is very different for different face shapes. Like, I have a round face and there are people with triangled face shape, oval, square, round like me, and I think those are the shapes only. But for now, I'll be teaching you guys how to contour for a round face, because I'm just gonna do the techniques that's gonna suit my face shape. So I'm gonna show you guys how to contour. If you know a good dark shade for your skin, like the contour shade, then you're good to go. I mean, if you're a warm toned like me, you need a warm color, of course, a warm brown. But if you're cool toned, then you might need something a bit ashy or grayish type of brown. Okay, to contour my face, I'm taking the Fit Me Maybelline contour stick. It's so cute. And I'm gonna map out my face and show you how to really contour properly for round face shapes. If you're actually happy with your makeup, you do not need to contour your face. You can just use bronzer or just any contour powder. But if you really wanna take it to the next level, because why not, you can use a cream contour and just leave it as it is, and you don't need to powder it. But if you want to, like, you know, be extra, then you can do it. First, I'm gonna outline the sides of my face, like to create a cheekbone and more hollowed face, because we round-faced people, we don't have, like, you know, cheekbones, or like everything is the same. So we just need to create an illusion that, you know, we have a hollowed face and some cheeks lifted. You'll see some people like contouring upwards or like straight or more of upwards. This suits for shaped faces like triangle or oval, but for round faces we're gonna have something really different. So we're gonna start mapping it out. I usually like to start from here, from my ear, and then just dot it down. I stop till here, okay? And then to be like to show that your face is hollified, you're gonna take it down. Yes. You may think that, oh, she's gonna look masculine, or that's gonna make me look masculine. Girl, no, trust me on this technique, it works. And then I'm gonna take it on my jawline, because we already have like a lot of space, so we want to make it look slimmer and smaller, and over here as well. Since my face is round, my forehead is short or small, so if I contour it more, it's gonna make my shape go smaller, and that's gonna look ugly. But I'm just going to use a little bit on the sides of my forehead, right here and right here, and also under my lip. That's just to give you the illusion of pouty lips. And then for the nose, everyone's nose are different. Mine is popcorn, potato nose. There are some people, I mean a lot of people with nice, sleek, thin, long nose. So the way I contour my nose is going to be different for you, but anyway, I am going to do it how I usually do. I take the stick and I bring it down, okay, and then I create a line over here, down on my nose, and I do the same on the other side. Don't I look great? And then usually what I do, I take the oval brush, take the extra from here, and then, you know, just bring the lines closer if it's too far away. Damn, I look snatched. Now, of course, to highlight your face, you know what to do. You just need to use the lighter concealer on the places where you need to pop it up more. So this is how I highlight usually for my face shape. I take it down here. Okay, so you guys can see it's really lighter from my concealer and from my foundation, but it really brings out the shape of your face. Like when you contour and use the highlight, it just, you look bam, like, you know, what's her name? Adriana Lima. You kind of look like her. Then I take the highlight over here. Okay, I'm literally wearing a lot of makeup right now, like on my face, not on my eyes. But since you guys requested it, I'm gonna give it to you all. I mean, you don't have to do all the same steps for like one makeup look. You can just highlight and contour and blend it all out, and then just do your eyeshadow. Or you can just do your foundation the way I do it, and then just leave it right there and just use contour powder and some blush, then you're done. I like to take the highlight over here too. And I'm gonna start blending the contour. So for these lines over here, I just like to rub it, not so much, or else all your work is just gonna go to waste. You can bring this upwards and bring this downwards. For the jawline, you blend it downwards too. We're gonna leave the nose for a while, and we're gonna move on to the highlight. Blend the highlight with a different brush. As for the nose contour, I'm taking this flat brush from Sigma. I've used this on my concealer, so it's okay. You could just use it over the lines that you drew on your nose. So what am I gonna do is I'm gonna take the brush and start patting on the lines. Blend, 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 blend. Just keep blending, guys. I swear, blending is the key. The reason why I bring it like into the socket of my eye, I think that's how you call it. Again, it gives definition. It's more like, you know, you're contouring the spot over here just to make it more hollow. You could even blend your contour on your nose with a beauty blender and a small beauty blender or a beauty sponge, but I usually like to use a brush. It works well for me and it's easier to work with it. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna take the highlight again, and with a brush like this or any other small brush, just take a little bit, and then you see the empty space line that's in between the brown contour. You're just gonna, like, you know, draw a line. Okay, makes your nose look smaller. And then what you're gonna do, just, you know, tap it a little bit and blend. There are different types of contouring palettes, of course. There's the Rimmel one. This is very affordable and amazing pigmented, and this is my favorite too, from Naked, the flushed Urban Decay. It's amazing. You have the blush, the highlight, and the contour powder or the bronzer, and of course the one and only, my all-time favorite. The reason why I love this because it has all the colors you need. So I'm gonna go back with this palette as usual over and over again. Though the other palettes are amazing, but this is really good and very, very pigmented and really affordable. So I'm gonna take these colors over here. This one is a little bit of grayish with warm toned on the brush. Tap the excess, and then wherever you drew the line, just go over it very lightly. You see the difference, guys? Here and here. Literally, contouring gives life. So I'm gonna do the same on the sides of my nose. I'll be taking this Real Techniques brush too. It's more of angled. Taking it on the same place. Very lightly. You just draw the same as how you drew on by the cream contour, and then just blend. Now to set your concealer and highlight, you can either use the translucent powder or you can use this one right here, of course. These two under your eye just to brighten it up. I mean, you need to set them or else it's going to crease. If you don't own a loose powder like this or a translucent powder or like the one from Laura Mercier, which is a little bit of pricey, the best alternative for this powder is baby powder. Not kidding, it works like magic, literally, because when I never owned a powder like this or Laura Mercier or something, I was using baby powder. Like, I had no idea that would work, and I kept using it for 2 years and it was amazing. The only downside part is that it doesn't work well on dry skin, so it goes well on oily skin. So I'm gonna use this powder over here. It's the banana powder by Forever 52, and then I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna set my under eye. I'm slightly going to bake because I wanted to like brighten up more and keep my highlight and concealer to last longer. Remember the place where I contoured? There's a blank space here, right? And then I highlighted with the cream. So you're gonna take the same powder if you want. You're gonna add it over the blank space. So I've let it set a few minutes and I'm gonna brush it off. Now that my cream, highlight and contour are set with the powders, I'm gonna use the Morphe blush palette. This palette is so beautiful. Like, they have all the pinky shades and the orangey shades. Perfect for summer and winter, of course. So I think I'm gonna take the one over here and have shimmer. Some of them do have shimmer, so I'm gonna take this one over here and mix it up. I like to mix blushes too. And then I'm just gonna add it like over here on the apples of my cheeks. And then after everything, you can leave it as it is, like keep it matte and sexy. But if you wanna add shine to it or some glow, then you're gonna have to use some highlight, a powder highlight or a cream highlight. So for me, I'll be using the Urban Decay Afterglow highlight palette. Super gorgeous, like really gorgeous. It has the pink, the golden, the bronzy, and a little bit of bronze and blush. This one over here, you could even use it as a blush. I'll be taking this color over here, which is called Bliss, and I'll mix it with Side Piece, tap the excess, and then the idea of highlight is to put it on the place where the light hits. So when I move my face up and down or in circular motion, you can see where the light actually hits. So it hits right here, hits over here, on my brow bone, over here, and on my nose. If you want to put on your nose, it's fine. So I'm going to apply the highlighter on the cheekbones. And to make your nose pop more, a little bit gonna add it over here on the tip, and bam. Oh my god. And then just blend it. And then going back again with the Smashbox primer, like I said at the beginning, you spray that on your face after the makeup is done to let the makeup stick onto your face for the rest of the day. So this is the final look. I like how full coverage it is and a lot of work the makeup is, but it still keeps it plain, simple, and natural looking. Though people don't know how much work I've put into this. Just you guys know, but the rest don't. These are my tips on how to help especially beginners to wear makeup and how it's done. You guys can like re-watch the video 1,000 times. It's gonna be there for good on YouTube. So if there's anything more you want to know, just let me know, comment below, and I'll definitely consider it. So if you all enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and share my channel, and thank you for watching.